Okay, so what I was saying before was the family has curses and things that happen in the past, and we also have our genes and our DNA. So sometimes some of this stuff they linger. So it's up to you to take care of them and be the person that you're supposed to be. To be. I'm not sure if you know. I learned that every 7 years, your body change, so you become someone new actually. So at the same time, you also have to renew your spirit by meditate and be in the word also, and not follow the curse of the family or wherever that you are from. So my mother is always praying. I mean, I know she's always like, she teaches about a Bible verse and also about a song in the songbook. But at the same time, certain things that she say, you wonder why, or I wonder why she's saying it, or certain things she does, and I know it's because from where she is from, which is Haiti. But at the same time, we are living in the United States, so we cannot be so used to the Haitian culture, which is satanic or voodoo and so on, and dealing with different spirit. But I also know, like, some people when they're upset, they do things, to, I guess, to make themselves feel good. So it's a little bit confusing. So at the same time, because of that, I feel like I have to be aware and also not trust everybody with everything. I remember I was talking to somebody, right? And then he said he live, he, I asked him where he lives at, because he said he live in Belleville, and he gave me an address, and it was a false address. And then later on he told me that, he doesn't trust anybody. Then I find out that he said he was not with his wife. Then his wife got pregnant, and he said, oh, because they got drunk, that's the reason why the wife got pregnant. And he also said that his wife worked at night and he worked during the day, so she stayed upstairs and he stayed downstairs. So it was like all confusing. I mean, don't get me wrong, the person is not a bad person, but I feel like people say things to get their way, and sometimes I don't like that. I don't understand that. I mean, what's the reason for you to be lying? And I'm also understanding, like, everybody lie. And I'm wondering, should I stop being so naive and believing that people are good, people will do right by me, people will not hurt me or will not hurt my kids. So I need to stop doing that. I guess one of the way is, since I took the applied behavioral science classes, you have to think critically. So you have to see both sides of the issue. So this is something that I need to continue to build in my mind, not thinking that, everybody will tell you the truth or everybody will do right by you, because they don't. I guess people are human beings. They do what they have to do in order to survive. I'm not sure if that's what it is, but I still have like so much to still do. I guess that's one of the reasons why, I like talking to my kids, because they are open with me. They'll tell me things they will not tell other people, which is good. So, and I'm open with them also. So right there, that's refreshing. And at the same time, I feel like, especially my son Tony, he expect his father to be very understanding and loving and have a good relationship with him. It's not about money, more like about the relationship. Relationship is important to him. Relationship is important to everybody, which makes sense. So I wonder, when you have a relationship, when you trust, you are less likely to hurt someone else because you care about the person. So that is something I have to look more into. So as I was saying before, I'm learning to be more careful and not open up about everything to everybody, even my own family member, because I realize, they don't tell me everything. So if they don't do it, why do I have to do it also? Because when I do it and they don't do it, then I get disappointed, and I have to try to understand why they did this, why they did that. So that's something I really definitely need to work on, or continue to work on. And also, I will not I will not stop from listening to my intuition, the my soul, the Holy Spirit, the small voice. I will not stop doing that, because I feel that each time I do it, something positive come out of it. So that is very important for me to do. It's just so funny. I'm doing this video, and there's a man that's passing by, and he keep reminding me. Each time I see him, he remind me of someone that I know. It's like how the person gonna look like when the person get older. And this is another person that was not really true to me, but at the same time, he also taught me, like, whatever you want in life, if you focus and do what you need to do, you will definitely get it. Because that person was such a liar. Oh my God, he lied about so many different things, and he was very selfish. And eventually I had to cut him off from my life. I had to block him on my phone, erase the number from my phone, just for me not to care and check on him and see how he's doing, because it looks like he was never going to stop. And at the same time, as I said before, I learned from him. He wanted to buy a house in the area that the taxes is low, and then he actually did it. I'm like, oh my God, if he could do this, and anything that I want in this world, I definitely could do it also. I have to have the faith and also do the work to do it, and not thinking that, it's not going to happen. Because that person, wow, I learned how selfish that person is. I remember I had my surgery on my thyroid, and then he told me to come over, and he even asked me how I was doing. He didn't even think, whether or not I was in pain. It was all about really him. He was focusing on himself. And this is a time where I was breaking through any boundary that was going on in my life, because I was raised in such an environment that, I had to be perfect, so that way you don't get beaten. And I do not like pain, so I didn't want to get beaten, so I behaved, which is what I did. So at the same time, my cousin didn't behave. And it's just so funny. When I need to talk to somebody, I talk to her, because she has so much experience and understanding, because of everything that she went through. And she always will tell me or remind me of the family, of how the family was. She even told me that my grandmother say that grandkids from her son are not really her grandkids. It's the grandkids from her daughter they're the one that are really her grandkids, because she only have two daughters actually. So she didn't know when she was saying that she was hurting some people. I guess that's one of the reason why my cousins from my uncles, they were not really close to my grandmother because of that. I guess because she didn't feel like she had to have some kind of relationship with them. These are stuff from my family. Um, and sometimes I look at my mother and I wonder, why doesn't she reach out more to her grandkids? I wonder if she's thinking that way, that the grandkids from her daughter, they're really her grandkids. The grandkids from her son, they're not really her grandkids. Interesting. That's something I have to look for, search for, and trying to understand, or maybe just leave it alone. But I will continue to do my best, with my kids, and communicate with them and spend time with them, and also have the hope and believe that God will send me someone that will understand me, that will love me, protect me, and provide for me, and I will love that person and protect that person and share my heart with that person. So I hope this helps someone.